Mrs. McGinnis here. It's April 6th, and just like I promised, today is going to be our very first art lesson online. I've been thinking, I've been learning, I've been doing some doodling painting of my own, and I am excited to share with you guys that I'm going to try to keep the same format that we have had in class for the past few months, since the beginning of the school year actually. And so most of the time I'm going to try to read you guys a story, and then we're going to take what we learned from the story and we are going to put it into a really cool piece of art. And so today I'm going to read to you one of my very favorite stories, and it is called Only One You. And this is a story that is written by Linda Kranz, sorry, I got that wrong. And after we're done reading, I'll tell you what we're going to do, but if you look at the cover, you might be able to guess. So here we go, Only One You by Linda Kranz. Only One You by Linda Kranz. It's time, Papa said. I think it is, Mama agreed. Time for what? Adri asked. Papa's voice softened. To share some wisdom. Always be on the lookout for a new friend. Look for beauty wherever you are and keep the memory of it with you. Blend in when you need to. Stand out when you have the chance. Find your own way. You don't have to follow the crowd. Know when to speak. Know when to listen. No matter how you look at it, there is so much to discover. If you make a wrong turn, circle back. If something gets in your way, move around it. Set aside some quiet time to relax and reflect every day. Appreciate art. It's all around you. Make wishes on stars in the nighttime sky. Thank you for listening, Mama said. We hope you will remember. Papa winked and whispered, we know this is a lot for you to think about. Adri did a backward somersault and smiled. He was excited to go out into the world with what he had just learned. Wait for me, he shouted to his friends. Before he swam away, he turned back to his parents and said, I will remember. Mama kissed Adri on top of his head. There's only one you in this great big world, she said. Make it a better place. The end. So how'd you guys like the story? I hope you did. So now that we've read the story, Only One You by Linda Kranz, we are going to spend a little time learning to draw some different types of fish. And so we're going to start out just with a regular piece of paper. It could be a lined piece of paper or a white drawing piece of paper. It doesn't really matter. Printer paper works. And I'm going to be using a marker so you guys can see better. You're welcome to use a pencil if you want, but we're going to use this first piece of paper as our scratch paper. So this is going to be our practice paper where we are going to try out some different styles and body shapes on fish. And then after we're done drawing our fish, you will have the chance to hopefully, if you have a second piece of paper, you can create your piece of art. And I'll give you a little bit more directions after we're done. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fish. And so we have to leave a little bit of space. We don't wanna make one fish giant here or we won't have room for the rest. So we're gonna do one fish right up here to begin with. This is gonna be where our first fish is gonna go. And we're gonna start with the body of our fish. And so we're gonna make a curved line. And then we're gonna start back where we were and we're gonna make another curved line. So that's gonna be the body of our fish. Okay, let's add the tail. Our tail's gonna start right back here and we're gonna start with another curved line going each way. And then we're going to connect them. So that's going to become our first fish, and we'll add details to that fish later, okay? Let's do our next fish right here behind. And so remember, you have to leave room for the body and the tail. Now, if you run out of space and the tail, you don't have enough room for the tail, don't worry, it's not a big deal. So the body of this fish is going to be kind of like an Easter egg shape, but the Easter egg is going to be lying down like it is laying flat on its side. And so we're going to start with the first part of our egg, and then we're going to get gradually a little bit bigger, and then we're going to have our Easter egg shape. Okay, that's going to be the body of our second fish. Now let's add our tail. Our tail is going to have, also like the first one, curved lines, but this time instead of curving in, we're going to go out. Okay, 2 fish down, here we go. Our next fish is going to be a little guy right down in here, okay? And we're going to fit our guy right here, and he's going to be starting out with just a circle. You can make, now remember, your circle might look a little more like a lemon or a lumpy potato, and that is a-okay. Don't worry about it, because circles are really hard to make, so don't get frustrated. If it's more like an oval, no worries, okay? Let's add a tail. This tail is going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, fish number 3 done. We will come back and add details later. Let's go now down to the bottom here. We're going to save room for a fish here and a fish here. Okay, so we're going to go right down here now, and we're going to do another circle. Okay. And then we're going to add a tail. This tail is going to have a little bit of a different type of a tail. This one's going to go in and then out. All right. Remember, we're saving room here for a fish, and we're saving room here for a fish. We're going to do a long and skinny fish right down here. Let's start right down here, and let's go long and skinny. Right here. Long and skinny. We're going to go in and out. Your turn. Let's go to the tail. We're going to go straight up, straight down, or diagonally actually, and then connect them. All right, I saved the 2 most challenging fish for the end because I wanted us to kind of get warmed up first, just like exercisers, when they're running, they warm up first too to get their muscles like nice and loose before they can actually run a marathon. So we're gonna do the same thing here. So we're gonna do a fish right here, and this is my favorite fish. So we're gonna start right in here, okay, and we're gonna do kind of a curved line up, and then we're gonna go down. That's gonna be your fish's top lip. Then we're gonna start right here, and we're gonna kind of curve it up. And then down. That's your mouth of your fish. Now, let's do the body. My body's gonna go up and down. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna go up and down. Oh, I might not have left room for my last fish. We'll have to make him a little smaller, okay? We're gonna go here. We're gonna go down, and we're gonna almost meet, but not quite. There's the body, okay? We are going to go up, and then we're going to connect them, okay? One more right here, okay? Let's go ahead and let's see, where am I gonna put this guy? I'm gonna fit him in here. So I think I'm gonna do his head. He's gonna be kind of a circle area, and he's gonna have his tail back here. So I'm gonna start right here, and I'm gonna go up and over. That's gonna be his head. And that's gonna be his top lip, okay? So he's gonna kind of have an overbite. So here we go. The next part is gonna start right about there. And we're gonna go down, and we are going to meet. Okay, got it? Okay, now we're gonna make a big tail. So we're gonna go up, down here, we're gonna go down, and then we're gonna go, and we're going to connect it. Doing okay? All right, let's add some fins, let's add some eyes, let's add some details to our fish. Let's go ahead and start. Let's go and add eyeballs first to all of our fish, okay? So on this fish, we're gonna add a circle. Then we're gonna add a circle inside of the circle. And then we're gonna color in a little bit of that middle circle. I'm gonna add some eyelashes to this fish. If you'd like to, feel free to join me. If you're thinking, nah, I don't want eyelashes, then don't do that, okay? Let's move to our egg fish. So now let's go ahead and do another circle. You're probably getting good at circles by now. Let's do a little circle on the inside, and this time let's color in this part of the eye. Okay. Let's go to this guy. He's got some fun eyes. We're gonna do 2 eyes for him. And then we're gonna do a dot and a dot on the inside. He's gonna have a surprised face. Let's go ahead and while we're at it, let's add his mouth. He's gonna have a surprised mouth. All right, eyeball here. Here we go. This one's gonna be more of an oval, and I'm gonna make this eye a little bit bigger because this fish is a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna make a circle up toward the top here. And then I'm gonna add just a sliver right there. And that, I'm gonna color in the larger part of this eyeball on this fish. Doing good? All right. Okay, so let's move to this one here. We're gonna do an eyeball, but our circle's gonna actually touch this part of the fish. And then we're gonna put another one right here. So it looks like our fish is looking forward, okay? This one's very basic. We're just gonna make a black dot. Sometimes just a black old dot can be a great eyeball. And our last one here, he's kind of our goofy guy. So this guy, we're gonna make a circle kind of outside of his head here. And then we're gonna make one that connects onto it. And then we're gonna make him a little bit cross-eyed because it's just kind of cute, all right? Now, I think I also want to add just a little smirk on his mouth here, just so it looks like he's kind of smiling, all right? All right, so we have eyeballs now. Let's go ahead now and add more details, okay? So let's go up to this fish. Let's add some fins. We're gonna add a fin to the top. So we're gonna make a curved line here and a curved line here. And then we're gonna connect them, okay? Let's add a fin here so it looks like our fish can swim, okay? We're gonna add a line here, and then we're going to connect them there. Okay, now if you want to add a couple details there, you can. Let's go ahead and make a line to separate our head of our fish from the body of our fish, all right? And then, this is kind of a fun one. We're gonna add lips onto our fish and we're gonna make it a heart, okay? Fish number 1 is complete. Let's move on to fish number 2. Fish number 2, we're gonna give a happy face. We're gonna separate the head from the body. We're gonna add a fin in a different spot. We're gonna add a curved line. We're gonna add another curved line. We're gonna add a fin down here at the bottom, kind of a curled fin. We're gonna do another one up here. Oops, I ran out of room, so I'm gonna go around and pretend I'm coming back around here. If you have enough room, you can make it rounded. And then, let's see, I'm gonna add some fun lines on the fish fin. Okay, and maybe a couple here, okay? Maybe a gill or two. All right, that one's done. Let's go to this guy. He's one of my favorites. So this guy, we're gonna add a fin. We're gonna add another fin. And then he's gonna be, I can't remember what these fish are called, but he's got the little pokies all over himself, and that gives him kind of some personality. Like he's surprised all of his little pokies came out. And this is their protection, I believe. That's what these, I don't know where they live or what, but I just think they're really funny, cool fish. So I thought, why not add one of these guys in there, okay? Let's go here now. Let's add our separation between our head and our body. Let's add a few fun lines for the fin. Let's go ahead down here and let's add a fin, and we're gonna do kind of a curved line. Remember, if I'm going too fast, feel free to pause me. Pause me at any time. You don't have to get stressed out and get frustrated and crumple your paper up. If you start to feel like, I'm going too fast, just hit the pause button on me, slow down, take a deep breath. You don't even have to do all of this today. You might want to do one fish a day. So the next one, we're going to go here and we're going to kind of come out and connect it and show that it's a fin. And then the last part of this fish is we're going to add a top fin. So our top fin is going to start right about here where we started with our separating our head and our body. And we're going to kind of go up. We're going to keep going and we're going to get a little further away and we're going to go down. And then we're going to go around and we're going to meet down here. This kind of reminds me of one of the fish on Finding Nemo. I don't know if it's Dory or who it is, but it reminds me of one of those fish. All right, let's see here. We are going to now he needs some fins. We're gonna add a top fin here, and he kind of reminds me of a cross between a whale and a shark and a blowfish, I don't know. Let's add his bottom fin. And then let's go here. And then all of this back here will be colored in. Now, take your time. Don't right now, just kind of do a quick little shade so you remember if you want to make this fish in your artwork, that this one needs the coloring back here. Now, as you look right now, I am not doing my best coloring because I'm just doing a quick sketch. But if I were going to do this fish in real life, I would really, really take my time and add the coloring really neatly. Remember, beat the white. Remember, kindergartners, I taught you guys that. So 2 more fish. We have this fun fish, and we're going to go ahead and add his lips. We're going to go 1, 2. Okay. We're going to do our separating. We're going to add a fin. We're going to add a fin up here. I'm going to go this way. And then we're going to connect it. I ran out of room down here, so my last fin would go down here, but I don't have room for it. And I believe that is it. Boys and girls, you have just learned 7. Oh no, I have one more. So I forgot this guy down here. So this one, we need to add a couple gills here. We need to add a fin down here so we can swim. We need to add maybe a fin down here so we can swim. And that's kind of his guiding. I think that's the fin that kind of like the steering wheel of the fish. And then we're gonna add a fin up the top here and a fin down here at the bottom. And there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ways to make a fish. So if you want to stop today and that's all you want to do today is you learned how to draw a fish, that is wonderful. If you're thinking, okay, now I want to take it to the next level, can I give you a few ideas? If you're ready to move it to the next level, you are welcome to get a new piece of paper. And here's what I did. I went ahead and decided to choose my favorite fish, which was this one. And that was going to become me because remember, I'm unique. And so this is Mrs. McGinnis, and I even put my name on it. And I colored my fish and I decorated it with markers the way that I would want people to see me. And so here's me. And then I added some of those other fish that I liked in my picture and I colored them with markers. And then when it was time to color the water, I realized I was not going to have enough of my blue marker because it was going to get dry and run out. So I decided not to use my blue marker and I just used a plain old blue crayon to color in the water so that I wouldn't run out because I knew I wasn't going to run out of just a plain blue crayon. But remember, boys and girls, take your time. Maybe you want to do 1 fish a day. You do not have to finish your art piece today. Please remember that. And then it might give you something to look forward to in between different lessons that you're doing. So that's one option, okay? Now, if you have some other ideas or some other things at home that you might want to use, get creative. So I did a different one here. And this one, let me get this guy off of here. I have it taped down so I don't forget where. This one, what I did is I made a bookmark, okay? Because hopefully you're reading at home. And I decided I used watercolor crayons, or watercolor pencils actually, on this one. And I drew my fish, I colored them, and then I took a paintbrush and I just very carefully painted over each of the colors. Remember, don't go over the whole thing. Paint carefully, one by one, each color. And then I painted it around in the water. And when it dried, I outlined it in black. Remember, use black last. Always use the black last. So it's kind of a fun thing for me to do, to play around and just to have a little bit of fun with fish because all the fish in the sea are a little different, just like you and I are. And so have some fun with it. And I can't wait to see your finished product. Have a great time, boys and girls. Bye. So my hope today is that when you're finished creating your masterpiece, you will hang it somewhere in your home where everybody can see it and everyone can appreciate and know that there is only one you. So make sure that when you are drawing your fish, that you put some personality in them. Give them eyelashes. Maybe you want to add stripes or abstract art in one of your fish. And just remember, you don't have to just use crayons or a marker like I did. I put myself in the middle in my picture. So this was my personality because these are kind of the colors I've been loving a lot lately. And then I added some fun fish around it that might be my family members. I used markers for the fish and I used crayon for the water. Now, you might want to take it a step further. Maybe you have some other materials at home. Maybe you would like to use a canvas or some paint. and maybe you want to paint it out. Maybe you have some oil pastels at home. If you have oil pastels, mix it up, do something with oil pastels. Maybe you have watercolor crayons at home. Give it a try. Maybe you want to use a little bit of both and see if you get a fun crayon resist. Maybe you have some chalk pastels at home. Try some chalk on your paper or go outside. Take your chalk pastels, take them to the sidewalk, and make your fun, silly, personality-filled fish on the sidewalk for people to enjoy as they're taking their walks. Maybe you have some Play-Doh or some clay around the house. Try it. See if you can create one of these guys in clay or Play-Doh. There's endless ideas. There's endless designs. There are endless ways for you to be creative. And I hope that maybe this week you'll take a little risk and you'll try some different things. Maybe this is what you do today, or maybe you just did this part today, the drawing with us today. And maybe tomorrow you want to take it a step further. Maybe you want to throw a little paint in if you have it. Maybe you want to teach your family how to draw these fish. And maybe you will create your own type of fish. They don't have to be just these guys. These are just the ones I decided to share with you guys today. So my hope is that you will start to get creative, that you will try something new, that you're not going to be afraid to make a mistake. And my biggest hope for you this week is that you remember that it's a good thing that there's only one you in the world, because you make it a better place. And I love getting to share that with you guys today. I know that there's only one me, and I have learned to appreciate that. So today, as I leave you, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and look at one of your fingers. You can choose whichever one you want. I'm going to choose my thumb today. I want you to look at your thumb. I want you to look at the back of it, and I want you to look at the lines that you have on your thumb. Look at your design, okay? You guys looking at it? You see your thumb? Here's something cool to leave you with today. Did you know that there is not another person in the entire world that has the exact same design as you? You are the only person in the world that has that design on your finger. It's called your fingerprint, and that's what identifies you. So as I leave you today, remember, you are special, you are gifted, you are creative, and you are you for a reason. So get out there and share it with the world. Bye, you guys. See you next week. I'm back. I forgot something really, really important. So, students, kindergarten through 4th grade in the Eastmont School District, here's what my challenge is for you this week. When you're done creating your piece of art, ask your mom or dad or whoever you live with, ask them if they would be willing to send your picture to your school's Facebook page. And I'm hoping that maybe we can get some of your pictures posted on Facebook so that we can be looking and seeing what everyone's creating and seeing our unique art abilities. So when you're done, go ahead, get the phone out, ask mom or dad, get that picture taken, send it to your school that you go to, their Facebook page, and let's see if we can get some of your art shared on social media. So that's it. I'm done. I'm out. Bye, guys.